I've already moisturised Vic's skin and I am now adding Illuminator all over to make her nice and glowy. She gets a little bit oily down the T-zone, so I'm just using a little bit of oil control lotion just where we need it. I'm now using a paint pot all over our eyelids up to the brow and on the lower lash line. This is just going to prime your eyes for the eyeshadow and take away any discoloration just so the colours go on fabulous and clear. I'm buffing a soft tan colour all into the crease and a little further up, as this is just going to help out blend any other eyeshadows. I'm then buffing this bronzy brown all over the lid and into the crease. I'm doing this with a fluffy blending brush from Zoeva. As this is like a soft spotlight eye, I'm creating a bit of darken definition in the outside and the inner corners. I'm then patting on a gold shadow into the middle of the lid with a flat shadow brush. This is going to create more of that spotlight effect. If you want a little more warmth and depth, just add a warmer brown into the crease. I'm then creating a little winged outliner, just starting in the lash line, building out of the wing and then pulling in the little inner corner. This doesn't have to be super neat because we're actually going to blend it out and make it a little bit smoky. I'm now pressing that matte black shadow right into the eyeliner and just slightly above in little buffing motions just to make a little smoky line. You want to make sure that you look down instead of closing and just really get the black into that inner corner. I'm taking a bronzy brown liner all in the waterline and right out into the lash line, which we're going to blend out afterwards. I will note, due to Instagram comments, this is actually meant to be a bit of a grungy, smudgy, sexy, smoky eye and not a carved out, big, strong, winged Instagram eye. That is not what everything is about. Vic also likes a bit of black right in the waterline. And now we're blending out the bronzy liner with that bronzy brown shadow that we used all over the lid as well. Using very pigmented eyeshadows is brilliant, but you do sometimes get a lot of fall down. This is why I do eyes first, so that you can just wipe up any mess and start fresh on the skin. Now I know this looks crazy, but trust me. We are going to be colouring Vicky in with her wash off tan, so I am matching her up to what her body is going to be. Usually if you're doing this, you want to colour your body in first, then match it up, but we do this so often when she hasn't had a chance to have a spray tan that I know what colour she's going to be. This is a medium buildable a full coverage foundation and it's got a satin finish, so it's going to make her look flawless but not cakey. I also use the same product in a lighter shade under the eyes and through the T-zone just to brighten up the centre of her face and give her a little bit more coverage. This girl likes a strong contour, so I'm going in with a cream product, buffing it out with a little mini stippling brush and basically just feeling where her actual cheekbone is and just sculpting it out with a darker colour. The trick with contouring is if you blend out too much, there's nothing there. If you don't blend it all, it ends up really stripy. So what you want to do is just use small amounts of product and just keep building up. This one is quite sheer as well, so it doesn't go on too strong. I'm then taking it around the temples and around the hairline just to shade in the face a bit more and also make her look a little bit more bronzed. I'm now using a cream highlighter all around the cheekbones, a little bit through the temples and down her nose a little. This is just going to give the powder highlighter something to really grip to, and that's how you get that extra glowy look. I'm then using a loose powder to set with a little disposable sponge. This is just going to push it right into the skin. I'm going to do the under eye, T-zone, a chin, just anywhere that's going to get extra oily. You don't want to absolutely cover yourself in powder. And then you're just going to dust this off afterwards. I'm now using a shimmery bronzer to give a bit of colour and a bit of glow all over the cheekbones, the forehead and down her nose. And then using a light goldy highlighter right across the high points of her face, so really the top of her cheekbones and just a little bit on the tip of the nose, etc. I'm then using the same highlighter I used on the top of her cheekbones, etc. to highlight the brow bone and the inner corner of the eyes. I'm then using a clear brow gel just to push up all of the hairs. This is going to make the brow look extra full and fluffy. To fill out the shape of the brow, I'm just using a tiny bit of brow powder and literally just following along the bottom shape of the brow, using it very lightly on the inside so that it's not too harsh, and just gently sculpting out a little shape. I like to do this with very little product, and I'm practically doing little hair strokes just so it's got a really soft effect but that they look defined and sculpted. I'm then applying lashings of mascara to the top and bottom lashes. If you are applying anything like a mascara or a brow gel to someone else, you want to be using a clean mascara wand every time, but I do have a specific brow gel and mascara for Vicky. I'm now popping on some fluffy lashes. I've just put a tiny bit of glue along the lash line, give it a few seconds to get a bit tacky, and then I've just pushed it right into her own natural lash line, and that's it whacked on. Those inner and outer corners are always the buggers, so you want to just keep pressing them down, having a look at them every few seconds, just to make sure that they are sitting right in there before they're fully dry. We're doing a nudie brownie lip, so I'm using a nudie lip liner all along the bottom and the top of her lips, and then I buff it actually into the lip a little bit, not just a line around. And then I'm whacking on a bit of Taupe lipstick from MAC, which is one of our faves. It's a matte nudie brownie all over the lips. And that is the finished look. I hope you've enjoyed it and that you've learned something. We did this super quick while she was getting ready, so that's why I've had to do voiceover. Thank you very much, Vicky, for sitting in my chair, and if you've enjoyed, please thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you.